So you not only cheated, but brought another man's child to me? Pack your things and leave my house now. This marriage is over, he thundered with so much anger. Two beautiful friends, Jennifer and Benny. Benny is a very introverted girl. She's rarely seen outside, but her only friend Jennifer is the opposite. They became friends from high college. Immediately after graduation, Jennifer got married to his college boyfriend. But Benny was more focused on her career, but still kept herself. Jennifer will often pressure her whenever she visits. Babe, one of my husband's friend is interested in you, oh. The best man now, Bayo, at my wedding. You remember him, right? Benny was surprised. Jenny, are you trying to matchmake me now? Is it that bad? She asked, laughing. Yes, so you must give love a chance. Honestly, you will like him if you get close to him. But if eventually you don't like him, you can let him go. Jennifer tried to convince her. After a while, Benny accepted. The first day she went on a date with Bayo, they both fell in love with each other. Love at first sight. After a while, they started dating, and boom, they got married. Jennifer was so happy. Finally, her best friend is now married. Benny got married at the age of 32. Benny and Bayo's marriage was going on smoothly. Life was sweet, and they were blessed with 3 beautiful children. 2 boys, twins, Kenny and Prosper, and 1 girl, Progress. The family was fulfilled. Not too long, a tragedy happened. One fateful Saturday morning, the 3 kids were playing in the sitting room while Benny was in the kitchen cooking. Bayo was away for work. All of a sudden, Prosper ran to the kitchen. Mommy, Mommy, Progress' eyes are closed, said, crying. Benny was confused. She left what she was cooking and went straight to the sitting room and saw the shock of her life. What happened? Somebody help! She screamed as she saw Progress, who was bleeding, laying unconsciously in the arms of Kenny, who was shaking her to wake up. The gatekeeper ran in, and with his help, she was able to take Progress to the hospital. When they arrived at the hospital, Benny called her husband and told him the situation on ground. Baby, Progress climbed the big sofa. She hit her head on the ground when she was jumping down. Now we are at the hospital. But there is a big problem, she said, panting. Jesus! So what is the problem now? Bayo said, looking surprised. Babe, the doctor said Progress has internal bleeding, and immediately surgery needs to be carried out, but Progress will need blood transfusion, and my blood did not match, she replied with tears in her eyes. I will be on my way immediately, Bayo said. Bayo arrived in Lagos late at night, and he went straight to the hospital. Doctor, okay, I'm here now. You can take my blood. She's my daughter. After the doctor took his blood for sample, it was confirmed that the both parents' blood didn't match. The doctor called them to his office. I'm very sorry, Mr. Bayo. Your blood and that of your wife does not match. Bayo and Benny looked at each other in surprise, but they waved that away. Doctor, what do we do now? Bayo asked. The doctor recommended where they can get a blood donor. The next morning, Bayo went to the blood donor as recommended by the doctor, while Benny stayed with Progress. The surgery was successful, but Bayo kept thinking about what happened at the hospital. How can my blood and my wife's not match my daughter's blood? Is Progress not my biological child? Has Benny been cheating on me? He buried himself in thoughts. Few days later, their daughter was discharged from the hospital, but he couldn't stop thinking. One afternoon, he went out with his friends. He couldn't hold himself anymore, as he was tired of hiding this part from his friends, but he couldn't anymore. Guys, do you know that my daughter's blood does not match my wife and I? He said, using his hand to support his chin. Ah, Bayo, my guy, that child is not your own, oh. If not, how can a child not carry his father or mother's blood? Something is not right, Temilayo, Bayo's friend, said, laughing. Another of his friends suggested that Bayo should carry out a DNA test without Benny knowing. So, he went home that night. He couldn't sleep. The following morning, he went straight to the kids' room, took all their toothbrushes. Before Benny could notice, he has drove out. He went to that same hospital where his daughter was admitted. The doctor took the sample from him and told him to come back the next day for the results. The next morning, he went straight to the hospital, and the results showed that only the twins, Kenny and Prosper, are his biological children. Progress wasn't. Damn! He hit the doctor's table in anger. Mr. Bayo, calm down. Just go home and settle this calmly, the doctor advised him. Immediately Bayo entered his compound. Progress, who saw him, came out to hug him. Daddy, welcome. Will you get out of my sight? Who is your daddy? You better go and meet your foolish mother to show you your father, Bayo thundered. Gosh, what have I done to deserve this? I loved her with everything. I trusted her with my life. All she could do was to pin another man's child on me, he voiced with anger. Kenny and Prosper were fast asleep at this time. Benny, who was doing laundry, heard her husband's voice and ran to the sitting room only to get the shock of her life. Her husband slapped her. How could you do this to me? So you not only cheated but brought another man's child to me? Pack your things and leave my house now. This marriage is over, he thundered with so much anger. Benny was surprised. Her husband just slapped her. Bayo has never raised a finger on her since she knew him. What are you talking about? She asked. Bayo threw the result at her and she stared. This can't be true. I've never cheated since I knew you. Can we check other hospitals for confirmation? She said, still looking at the results strangely. But Bayo walked away without saying anything. Benny called her best friend Jennifer and told her everything. She was shocked too. Babe, are you sure you didn't cheat? Although I know you too well, you don't have time to entertain other men except your husband, Jennifer said, feeling concerned. Jenny, you know me now. I have never cheated since I knew Bayo. Maybe there's a mix-up somewhere. Jennifer came to meet her friend that afternoon. Then they drove to different hospitals with her toothbrush and her husband's toothbrush and that of Progress, the little girl in question. But the result this time was even more surprising. The story continues. What did you learn from this part of the story? Let's hear you in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this story. Like, share, comment and also subscribe to this channel. Turn on your bell notification so you get notified when an interesting story like this drops. See you in part 2.